So we're live, and I am once again diving into this issue. I find that this topic is fascinating. Um, People leave interesting comments on the videos like this, and the reason why I started making these videos was because I wanted to dive into the topic of black men dating women other than black women, right? Other ethnicities. Now, ironically, black men overwhelmingly prefer black women. Always overwhelming. But when we do choose to date other women, it is publicized, and it's something that is seen as taboo. What I would like to point out is that it has never been restricted for white men to date black women. And so that's another topic that I will get into in the future. I'm in a series right now. And right now I'm talking about the allure of black men unpacking their appeal to women. And it's not just white women, it's women of all ethnicities and background that find black men irresistible. Black men are highly desired because they are masculine, strong, resilient. Black men have charisma and personality, and I'm going to show you a video displaying that from a woman who talks about this. And I think that if we just let women talk and listen instead of men just making their own opinions, we would get further. But sometimes other guys, they don't want to hear about their women being with a black man, so they won't even listen. But if you are a traveler like I'm a traveler, you would know the truth. Check this out. So, okay, and I want to share my screen with you. Check this out.
Dear black man that I just got hit on by at the gas station, thank you so much. I have no makeup on. I did not do my hair today. I just got out of the shower and it's like yucky, and I just was feeling really gross. And he just smiled at me so nicely, and he was like, ma'am, how tall are you? And just said it was such a cute smile. Asked me what my name was and if I wanted to go out with him sometime. And I was like, sir, I'm just really gay. Otherwise, I would. But thank you, sir, because you just boosted my confidence, because I literally have no makeup on. No even lotion on my face. My face is dry. Thank you. And I just feel like I have never been hit on raunchily by a black man. Never. They always hit on me so classy and nice that I'm not offended. I'm just like, oh, dear black.
Guys, you know how much riz you have to make someone reconsider their orientation? She said if she wasn't committed basically to what she's committed to, guys, that's top level riz right there. She had to get in the car and thank him. I'm gonna play that again, guys. Like, black men are, when we tap into our confidence, guys, we are just phenomenal. And I believe that this is why it is such taboo for us to be confident. It's such a taboo subject because these other women are taught, because of the current system that we live under, to not pursue black men, or that black men are dangerous, or all of these different stereotypes. When historically, if you dive into the history, black men have been honorable, courageous, almost superhero like.
Black man that I just got hit on by at the gas station. Thank you so much. I have no makeup on. I did not do my hair today.
Now, mind you guys, watch what she's about to say. But it's the fact that this guy could get her so riled up and she's not even into men. She doesn't even like men, right?
I just got out of the shower and it's like yucky, and I just was feeling really gross, and he just smiled at me so nicely, and he was like, ma'am, how tall are you? And just said it was such a cute smile, asked me what my name was and if I wanted to go out with him sometime, and I was like, sir, I'm just really gay, otherwise I would. But thank you, sir, because you just boosted my confidence, because I literally have no makeup on, no even lotion on my face is dry. Thank you. And I just feel like I have never been hit on raunchily by a black man. Never. They always hit on me so classy and nice that I'm not offended. I'm just like, oh, dear.
Guys, I want you to tune in with me and understand why it's something that's so special about you being a black man. Um it's just is like that because it should not be a big deal for people to date who they want to date. But since it's a big deal, right? It's a if then situation. It's like if this problem exists, then this is the result. So since people are so hyper focused on who others date, then black men become more valuable, right? It's like the forbidden fruit metaphor. It's like when you tell someone that they can't have something, you're going to make them want it even more. And the more women are told that they can't or shouldn't be with these guys, come on. I get so much hate just for loving a black man. They're going to rebel because they don't want to hear that, guys. I want to share something with you right quick. Now, this is for the Latinas. A lot of Latinas, especially. Okay, I just played a video. I don't know what. Latina plus black equals perfect couple.
But this is what we've learned from being together for almost 18 years. I've learned from his black family that you just have to have thick skin. Like if you don't have thick skin and yeah, you're gonna get made fun of. Like no matter what, you're just gonna get made fun of. So grow that thick skin if you don't have it already.
With her family, you gotta have a thick belly. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to eat, bro. If you try to get one plate and be done, like that's not gonna happen. I don't care if it's the Ti, if it's the suegra, it don't matter who it is, bro. Like you gotta be able to eat.
Guys, this should not exist. Like it shouldn't be a big deal that people date who they want to date. But it's a big deal because society has taught people that they should only like this or they should only like that. And if you don't fall into that category, then something's wrong with you. And so I want to discuss why it's a controversial thing for women to express their love for black men. I think in the States, I'm gonna go with the States. Historically, it has always been taboo. Hold on. Historically, it has always been taboo for white women to be with black men. However, white men have always had access to black women or other races of women for that matter, from the Spaniards conquering Latin America to them conquering the Philippines and colonizing. And that's what really colonization really means, you know, is that I could control these people and it's nothing that the men of that culture can do about it. And so when we see black men exerting their humanity, guys, because to express yourself and to love is a part of your humanity, guys. Um, People would like to stop black men from expressing their humanity, right? And when they see white women with black men, it do make them feel a certain type of way. But it doesn't just have to be white women, right? I'm going to share some videos of Latinas, and it's the same thing. Like some people feel that type of way. But I believe that one of the reasons it's like this is that it's a symbol of rebellion, guys. It's a symbol of rebellion. And let's hear it from them.
Been our post show talking about all the things we love about black men.
I think the assumption that black men know that they are loved is dangerous.
Come on.
I love black men's playfulness.
Oh, y'all funny.
Just seeing like black men and just their happiness and their joy or whatever, that is just like that's infectious.
When I tell you the swag of a confident black man can undo all draws.
At any generation.
Any generation.
Lord. It
Lord.
is, yeah. I see why y'all be trying to harvest our stem cells. It's different.
Black men who love black women.
And who are unapologetic about it.
Oh my God, unapologetically. And loving black women doesn't have to be a sexual thing, right? Like the black men who contribute to my life to help make sure that I'm taken care of because they fuck with black women.
A black man that communicates. A black man with a haircut.
Now, I don't know if that makes me happy or anxious.
Or scared.
That confidence that comes with the taper.
Haircut confidence. The cut confidence.
They be looking good.
They be looking good. Or a black man in a suit.
Woo!
A black man in a suit with cut confidence.
Well,
smelling good.
You see, guys, it's really universal that black men are attractive. And a lot of times, this is downplayed, guys. People really try to downplay this, and that's why I'm stressing this, because a lot of times people try to act like black men are just bottom feeders or something. That is like, nah, dude. Beautiful women dig us, man. Chill out. Women of all ethnicities dig us. And I think that this is what causes so much drama between people, because when black men assert their masculinity, that's dangerous, right? Because if black men wake up and realize their true power, that's going to make some people very upset, right? Because it's almost like a secret that everyone else knows, but a lot of black men don't know. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to get it from what they're saying. This is what the ladies are saying. on where she's at. They not gonna let me have it. I don't know why TikTok does this sometimes.
No shit. Way back in the day.
She's talking about it. Got music in the background. Oh man, it's this clip that I wanted to share where this girl was really eating, right? And talking about why she likes black men. But I find that in our society is really downplayed. Is really downplayed. You know, a lot of guys really don't know. And, and some of it is a fetish. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree as a kink. But it's way more normal than what people think it is, man. And we're constantly told what we're not. Who no one likes you. You're not intelligent. You can't do this. You can't do that. Not realizing, like, guys, it's a reason for that. And I'm going to get into why that reason is, right? And if and I play this clip a lot because this clip is so powerful. I have to reiterate it so much as to why things are the way they are, guys. So stay with me.
And God bless Dr. Martin Luther King, a minister but a great political scientist. He said it's about love. Everybody should love. And he got killed. And I say the reason being that if everybody on the planet, all these people, white, non-white, loved, and the love was expressed in sexual activity, what would happen?
So this is the reason why. Okay, I use that as a framework to say this is the reason why. Uh, this is the reason why black men are often reflected in a negative manner in the media because our genetics are so profound that no matter what race we mix with, you're going to see evidence of that in the offspring. And so that, for some reason, that bothers people, right? Now, the crazy thing about this is the precise reason why they after black men. And like I say, it's not just it's not just other races of women, you know. It's it's really diverse, you know. It's a lot of different people, black women, all races of women like us, man. Like, it's just the truth.
When a black man loves you, is healing, is taking accountability, and is soft and gentle and smiling. Ugh, I don't care what nobody say. When a black man loves you, is healing, is taking accountability, and is soft and gentle and smiling. Ugh, I don't care what nobody.
You see? And is like I say, guys, check this. Wait till guys find out most Asians prefer black men. Like I say, a lot of guys are just not hip to it. A lot of guys are just not hip to why um they're just not hip to the fact that women of all ethnicities dig them. You know what I mean? A lot of people are just not hip to that. And it's so crazy that you have to really understand the female psychology, right? The female psychology, as I understand it, the female psychology, as I understand it, is one that doesn't really like to be overly restricted, right? They like leaders, but at the same time, they want the freedom to explore, right? And when you tell a group of women what they can't have, you're only going to make them want it even more, right? And I think that historically, white women, Latina women, and even Asian women, they come from a lot of these strict cultures where women are um undervalued to a degree, where these patriarchal societies. And I believe since black men are so masculine, we can lead without having to be overly aggressive or overly rambunctious and stuff like that because we're so fly. Now, are they or guys that's not fly? Yeah, for sure. It's black guys that's not fly. But when we keeping it a buck, women often admit to is something about the charisma of black men that they just love. And this is so interesting. So I'm going to I'm going to go deeper into this topic a little bit because oftentimes when we try to humanize black men,
So, me and Adrian just went to BJ's because, we're doing shopping things, whatever. And
when we express ourselves, who we love, who we choose, that we have to humanize black men because we're often dehumanized, guys. And this brings a lot of conflict with a lot of other groups. I would say we're probably the most hated and admired because of just how fly we are. And our women are also fly. Black women are fly. So both of us get hate and we react to it in different ways. And I'm not saying one reacts better or anything like that. I'm just saying we are both under the same pressure, but I think men are under an added pressure because we're male. You understand? And women love us, guys. And you don't have to be a passport bro to experience this. Just open your eyes, be confident, go outside, touch grass.
and I had to throw out all the coupons because they were fucking expired. I don't know why the fuck they gave me expired coupons. That's besides the point. Because they expired yesterday, and I blame him because I wanted to go yesterday, but we didn't, so whatever. And I fucking had a grocery list. I threw out the grocery list when I threw out the fucking expired coupons. And Adrian is the best boyfriend because he literally just went inside to go to the garbage can that I threw it out in. And I feel mad stupid. But I love this boy. Like, I really do. Because I was gonna go get it, but he was like, no, I got it, baby. And I was like, I love you.
Guys, what I want you to understand is when it comes to women, they don't like to be overly controlled, guys. And they like for us to be reassuring. And it's something about black men that women dig. And it doesn't is normal. But when we express this, it brings us into conflict with other people, guys. Right? It's something about the way that we appreciate women. If I'm being honest, right? We appreciate the little things. And it's so hard for us. I'm being authentic when I say this. It's so hard for us because we are under a system that seeks to limit our agency, guys. We are in a system that seeks to tell black men who they can date, who they can't date. But similarly, or as in contrast, white women experience the same thing. White women are told, Latina women are told, and a lot of Latinas classify themselves as white, right? So they're told that they can't date this, that they can't have that, knowing that you want it, knowing that you're attracted to it. And it's the offspring of the union that people are in conflict with. But here's the thing. Peace to all of my biracial people, because I can't even imagine what it must be like to be biracial when you're living in a world where people dislike your parents because they chose to be together. By contrast, that would make you feel as though people must hate you. It's not the union or the relationship that's the problem. Is that it's a difference in power dynamics, right? At the end of the day, when a white person dates a black person, the black person is a victim in the system because they are non-white. And we live in a system controlled and dominated by whites. So when they get out of bed or when they leave the house, one person is white and the other person is not. So what does that mean? That means that one person is free and the other person is not. And that's a deeper conversation that I'll probably have next week, talking about the problems that arise with interracial relationships. But it's not that the people in the relationship don't want to produce justice. But that I've come to the conclusion that this forbidden fruit is something that is just going to occur. It really doesn't, basically, it really doesn't matter what people say or how they try to stop it, because people are going to do what they want. If you tell black men that they shouldn't date white women, they're going to still date white women. If you tell white women, Latina women, Asian women that they shouldn't date black men, they're still going to do it, guys. It's the psychology of it all, guys. When you tell somebody that you can't do this, that is wrong, that loving you is wrong, you're just going to make them want to prove the world wrong. Like, no, you're wrong. Do you understand that? And laws have been put in place to stop it, but they still found each other. So I could understand why black men and white women have this energy towards each other, because they're both victimized in the system in similar ways, but it comes out differently. Black men are oppressed because their adversary turns out to be white men when it comes to conflict. White women are victimized to a degree because the system is a patriarchal system. Like they're white, but they're female, right? But then the white man historically can have access to any other woman. He can have access to Asian women, Latina women, black women. But then the woman is told that she can't. She can't have access to this man, that man, or that man. You, do you do you get where I'm going with this? So for her to be with a black man is an act of rebellion, right? And it's so sad that we live in a world, guys, where people try to control uh who others can and can't talk to. not realizing that it's never going to work. Uh, and it's oftentimes it's it's often portrayed that black men are the ones that seeking these other women, not understanding that it's a lot of times other races of women seeking. I want you guys to understand that women of all ethnicities like black men. That's really what I'm trying to stress. Now, I would challenge you to tell me why that is. I would say because it's cultural, it's cultural, but it's also the forbidden fruit. And so many people dislike this. You know what I mean? I want to get into can I go deeper with you guys? Check this. I'm gonna go deeper for a second. I'm gonna go deeper. Can I go deeper? Okay, check this. Now, guys, why am I stressing it? Because somebody gotta. I'm going to show you guys something. Hold on. Okay, I want to play this video. The reason why I played that is because oftentimes, oftentimes, guys, we are the ones that they tried to tell us that They try to tell us that we are the ones that's making this up, but it's a lot going on, guys. It says the thing about dating mid white guys is that every single day you're going to see someone that looks like your ex. Don't do it, guys. See, it's a lot going on with that, and it comes back to this. And meanwhile, while this is going on, you got guys telling people in Gen Z, don't approach women. Watch this. Build relationships with women. Avoid women. And this is not a winning strategy for you guys. And they're out here promoting this nonsense to you guys. And I'm speaking to where's the video I had? They're not letting me find it. Is it where is that? It's my guy. He's gonna come up. Okay, it's these. Okay, here we go. Let me read the comments. Don't care about them anymore. Finally, somebody with some comments says, say, I'm not trying to be alone, bro. Sorry, I'm asking them out. Someone says, never did, never will. Someone else say, I completely agree. Someone else says, I never did. Now, this is all white guys. And another guy says, agree. And I've been doing this. I know I'm going to be single the rest of my life because of this. But being single isn't really all that bad. See, they're going through something, guys. A cultural war between each other. And of course, we get caught up in it. Okay. We get caught up in it because we want to do what they do. Okay. Check this out, man. The thing about manhood, and I agree with the guy is saying, but the thing about manhood, excuse me, is that we have to be able to do the difficult thing. That's essentially what manhood is. So to say I'm fearful, I'm not going to, bro, you're surrendering your manhood. But I want you guys to listen to this, and I'm gonna get back to my point because this is still relevant to the allure of black men unpacking their appeal to women. And I'm going to contrast why a lot of black guys are basically in large numbers are doing the opposite of that, basically. Like black guys are approaching women. So while you're not approaching, the guy who does approach are going to get them. Not approaching isn't really a winning strategy, guys. Now, do black men suffer consequences for approaching? Yeah, sure. But in order to even be in the game, you have to play. That's life, right? So you might say, well, I'm going to get divorced or I'm going to get child support or that this and that. Listen, guys, you're talking about reproducing at this point. Okay, that's a little deep. I don't want to get too deep. Let me get back to the point. It says half of Gen Z. Now, he's talking about white people, guys. Okay, he's talking about white guys. So he's saying half of the white guys in Gen Z are not dating. Half of them are not even actively trying to date. I'm translating it in real time for you so you can understand what's being said. They're not even trying. Why are women dating but not the men? Stay with me. You got to learn how to listen. Okay? If you don't know how to translate Euro talk, you're because they speak in a lot of coded language. If you don't understand, everything you think you do understand will only confuse you. That usually means older men. So they're saying that the older, more established guys, and that's easy to understand, have a plethora of young women to choose from. In addition, so that's the women. So the women are with the older guys. Half of the young white guys, they're not dating. Okay. And we know this because we just watched the video. So check this. So this is proof of what that guy was just saying. I'm gonna play this video. Right. Good job, young man. Oh, he's smart. He's very intelligent. He said something that was very sharp. Let me run that back. Bingo. If you don't play the game, you're not going to get anything. That's the problem with sitting on the sideline. You're not even in the game. Sure, you may lose. That's always the result of life. Sure, you may lose. But if you don't even play the game, you're never going to even have a chance at winning. Now, the question is, what does winning look like? Winning, hold on. Winning, winning looks like this. Having someone that you can share life with. Now, I'm not saying that it has to be interracial, right? That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, these are guys who approached and they're winning. More than likely, their DNA is going to be brought to the future. And I'm pretty sure in the 24, 25 years it takes to raise a child, 18 years it takes to raise a child, they're going to go through struggles in life and, the struggles of raising a kid. Everybody goes through that, even if you choose to date within your race. But that's what winning looks like. It's crazy that they have so many people that's even confused as to what winning would look like. But I'm going to get a little bit deeper and getting a little bit deeper. Okay. Now, why am I saying this? Because Gen Z does have real challenges, by the way. Like, let me, I have to kind of troll a little bit. Um, it helps with the algorithms. This is one of the reasons that people are struggling. Things cost more. Um, People can't get by as easily, right? We don't know uncertainty about the future, right? So Gen Z does have struggles, real struggles, okay? And as a result, it's an environment that does not support relationships. Everything that she just said is valid, but she doesn't quite understand the system that she's in yet. But she's getting there. But why is this video important? Because it goes back to the main point. What is the hook? What's the main point that I'm trying to make? Let me finish. Listen to her for a second. But the reason that that isn't going to happen, young lady, is because of this. If you had freedom to move around freely, if you had freedom to move around freely in society, then we would run into a problem with you reproducing. And this is what the major concern is. And so I say that to say that I think that the reason that jobs, I'm getting real deep here, okay? Follow me. The reason that jobs exist is just as much as political as who it is you can and you can't date. If we can keep people occupied 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, then they can't reproduce or get into the act. They can't date, right? I say date. If you have millions of people on the planet, guys, and let's say they just had the freedom to pursue other things outside of work, what do you think that they're going to be doing? Good job. Good job, class. Good job. So when she said that, and then this lady said this, is just as deep. The reason that is like that isn't about you being productive at work. It's not about are you productive at work. It's not about, hey, her name Juliana. It's not about Juliana. It's her caption is Gen Z is misunderstood in the workplace. Is you're not misunderstood. They understand. You don't understand. You think it's about getting your work done. It's not about that. It's about control. They can't let you have flexibility, not because you're young, but because they are afraid of the consequences of what millions of people like you would do if you were not pigeonholed to a job for 8, 10, 12 hours a day. They need to occupy your time. Why? So this doesn't happen. Now, this is my theory. So this doesn't happen. So you're not spending leisure time. If people are able to do this in their leisure time, imagine what they would do if time wasn't an issue. If everybody just had enough money to spend, or they didn't have to work. Come on, man. You're not. And the reason why I have this unique perspective is because the way I see the world is different than what how a lot of people see the world. I look at the world from the standpoint of what is it about the lure of black men? And I try to, in this episode, I'm unpacking their appeal to women. But to understand that, you have to understand, you have to have a little bit of historical context. They don't. Not stay with me, guys, because I know some people they can't think in an abstract manner. They would think, well, you have to work. Guys, they print money. You think that they really care about money? Money isn't what the people that's in control is worried about. They print it. They have access to it. They decide what money is and what money is not. It's about some people use money, sell their time for money, right? So we trade our time for money. Other people sell money to control other people. By controlling other people, they get to get the desired result. What is the desired result? I don't want millions of young women out here freely doing this, that, and the third. And this control game has been going on for so long. Back to when women couldn't vote, women needed a man to own the house. What is all of this about? Controlling the reproduction of women. I don't mean to get too deep, but I had to share that because it's very interesting. Now, I would say that that's kind of a counterpoint, but it's still about control. It's still about control. So Gen Z is really struggling. And that struggling is also put in place to stop young people from forming relationships. Why? Ask yourself why. Why are Gen Zers, young millennials, struggling to find jobs? Ask a question, then think. What does relationships have to do with money? Well, you need money to have relationships. You have to have your most basic needs met in order to have relationships. Okay, let me bring it back to the hook. When people are able to not worry about money, what do you think they're going to do, guys? Stay with me. They're going to do this. They're going to form bonds with other people. You build a castle, you build a nest to share it with someone. So the powers that be, like, well, dang, if we can just stop people from having relationships, then that's going to benefit us because then they're not going to reproduce. But it went too far. How did it go too far, Brian? What do you mean? How did it go too far? And right now, if you're new to the broadcast, right now what we're talking about is the allure of black men, unpacking their appeal to women. And I've been in the economic part of this broadcast talking about how economics affects relationships. But my main point is that it's about white genetic survival, right? That's really what it's about. It's about white genetic survival, guys. And if white women were free to date whoever they wanted to date, the end result would be this video. I'm going to share what I'm talking about for a second. Here we go. I'm going to play that again because I might have to stress that point. Because, class, you have to understand that I respect my audience. Who's ever listening, I respect my audience enough to know that you are intelligent enough to understand what I'm saying. A lot of times, guys, people try to belittle your intelligence by acting as though that you are not intelligent enough to understand. But a great artist is one, or a teacher, or even just a normal person, a thinking person, is one that's going to respect the fact that other people are intelligent also. I don't think that I'm the only brain in the room. I believe it's other intelligent minds in the room also. And even if we disagree, that doesn't mean that we have to be adversaries. So I'm going to respect your intelligence and I'm going to play this again so that you can understand what Dr. Francis Cress Wesling in 2010 was telling us and how it relates to us 15 years into the future now. And so what's so interesting about this message, guys, is that the planet is really big, right? The planet is huge. We live on a huge planet. Why are there these strict borders? Think about that for a second. We live on a huge planet. Why are there these borders? Why? I don't want to get too deep, but I'm going to respect your intelligence as an artist to think about that. And think about what Dr. Francis Chris Wessling just told us, right? And if she says, that, if we all got together and loved one another, and that was expressed in a certain type of way, what would happen? It would result in biracial offspring, is what the doctor was saying, guys. It would result in biracial offspring, guys. Now, this is actually very beautiful, to see man and woman enjoying each other's company. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. What are we put here for, guys? We got this huge planet. You mean to tell me you want to spend your time on this planet alone? When guys say that, regardless of what they're interested in, when guys say that, they lose me. I'm not about to spend my entire time on this planet alone. Now back to this job situation. Why is the job situation so hard? Ask a question. Ask questions, guys. Good point. And I want to talk about why that is, okay? I'm going to help you out. I'm going to put my 2 cents in. Why is like that? Because if people had their most basic needs met, at some point, guys, they're going to want to reproduce or have relationships. The caption that is say, I can do relate to this. Once I started dating black men, I felt loved for the first time. Never has any man treated me blank, blank, blank. So this is the reality, guys, is that people want to, I'm saying it's about control. I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. Okay. This is a master class. I'm going to respect your intelligence. Okay. I'm going to respect your intelligence because oftentimes, guys, we're living in a world that's meant to try to tell you what you can and you can't do. And the point of this broadcast, guys, was to share and inform and teach people what I have learned so far. And I hope that this message was insightful. I hope that it was meaningful. I would love to hear what you have to think. I would love to hear what you think. That's the Cash App at the bottom of the screen. If you think I did a good job, please donate. If you feel like I did a bad job, please donate. And I really love this topic. Um, I'm going to approach it from another angle next week. But this week is really just introducing the topic. It's really just introducing the topic, working our way into it. It's almost like a book. You go chapter by chapter. So this is an introduction to the the talk. And economics and how who we date relates to economics is the next part of that, the evolution of that conversation. So I thank you, and that's been my stream, the allure of Black men, unpacking why women appeal.